Hey there, it's Mike. I wanted to give you a tour of my new studio I've been working on for the past few months. This is in my home after shutting down the big studio. I wanted something that was push button easy, that I could do interviews in, that were professional, broadcast live, record really high quality audio and video in 4K if I wanted to, broadcast and create products, shows, work on the podcast, and also something that was operable without an entire team. So what I'm going to show you right now is just how this setup works, and give you a little tour. That's the best way of putting it. So first of all, what I'm able to do very easily is actually switch between multiple cameras. Now, the first shot that you saw here, what's known as the medium or the wide shot, this doesn't really include my guest, but I'll show you what the guest shot looks like. They'd be sitting in a chair over here. Here you can see, I'll put my camera up, or my hand up, but they've also got a similar mic. The way this is set up, I could actually configure this entire arrangement, so I could bring in probably 2 more guests as well if I wanted to. I'd have to change up the cameras a little bit and put one probably over here, but I've got that flexibility. The other thing that I'm able to do very easily is switch and put up a computer display, for example. So this is a Macintosh. I'm able to go through a slide presentation. If I felt like it, I could also set up and organize and create something, let's say a whiteboard with my iPad, and I've also got an area over here where I can set up a different shot, so I can do a real stand-up whiteboard in addition to using my iPad, for example. So again, the flexibility is tremendous, and with just the flip of a switch, I can broadcast live to Facebook Live, YouTube Live, do a webinar or whatever, and also everything's backed up in a whole bunch of different places. So the device that I have sitting right here is something called a Rodecaster Pro. What it allows me to do is hook up to 4 microphones like this one. I can use lavalier mics if I wanted to as well. It's got really, really nice processing built in, and it is just... it's one of my favorite gadgets. It also will back up and record audio, each channel separately. So if I want to give it to an editor who's really fussy, boom, they've got whatever they want. The other thing that happens is all the cameras that I'm working with are all very, well, they're Panasonic GH5s. I had another camera, something that I also thought was very good, called a Blackmagic Design Pocket 4K. This particular camera, although it was really, really nice, it was a pain in the rear end to match up color-wise. I had some synchronization issues, and the bottom line is, if you don't have perfectly matched cameras, it just sucks. So the other thing it didn't have is continuous autofocus, which is really important for me because I want to be able to control this entire thing all by myself. I do bring in an operator if I need it, but I want the flexibility again and the control. The other thing that I have behind me, you can kind of see it, is a full television, and I'm able to rebrand this very easily so I can control my background. I'll bring up something else. I don't have the camera set up so you can see everything right now, but if I wanted to, let's say I was doing something that required what's known as an abstract background, well, there you go. Something simple with just some colors that change. This is also completely configurable. The device has a Apple TV connected behind it. And then on the directly behind the camera that I'm speaking to you on, I've got another, I've got a teleprompter, a big display, so I can see all my presentations if I want to. And again, everything is flexibly controlled. Next thing that's really, really cool is I won't turn it on and off. Maybe I'll do one little test for you. Right behind me, you can see that I've got colored LEDs. Well, I'm able to change the colors very easily. You can see this one just turned yellow. I could change it to be red if I wanted to, blue, and again, just really easily. It's all controlled with my phone. Also, every single light that's on in here, I turn it on and off with my phone. So when I'm done at the end of the day, I literally just go, bup, 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 bup. Everything turns off. Same thing in the morning when I walk in. And typically what I'm doing when I'm working, let's say on my computer, is I have a pair of glasses that block out the blue light, so my eyes are just fine throughout the day. So I think that's basically it. It's just, I love the flexibility and control. If you're wondering what am I using to switch all this, I'm using a device called a Live Stream HD 550. It is a switcher, but I'm actually controlling it remotely from my Mac. It does have remote switching capabilities, which is also really, really cool. So that's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, you certainly can reach out. And one of the other things that I am doing right now is for the Podcaster Capability Amplifier, which I had behind me just a moment ago. That's the podcast I do with Dan Sullivan. What's great about that is whenever I'm doing interviews, either with him, we record in video and audio, and then when I'm bringing in outside guests as well. But it's really nice because I can very flexibly update this background anytime I want with absolutely anything. So that's what it is. Really excited. Thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Peace.